End of day 3, Big Dig 2019. Sunday, just after 4 o'clock, so we've finished digging for the day. Lots of great finds today though. We'll just walk up to the pan past the remains here. We'll just pause for a second. These concrete walls here, there's been a bit of speculation as to what they were for. My theory is that they were part of the later salt works that was operated until the 1940s that sat at the back here. And that they created a large pond, and rather than moving the water by hand, they installed a pumping system and they required a bigger base of water. Anyway, walking past that, that's not what we're interested in today. What we are interested in is this structure up here. So we're just finishing off recording. Man in the hat there, Carl. Oh, by the way, somebody said that I was like some sort of cut price Alan Braby, which I deeply resent, but I'm going to get a hat anyway for tomorrow if Alan's not back. Here we are, right into the site, through what we reckon was probably an ash door into the pan, so it's probably collapsed because it was a weak point in the structure. And here we are, right, so inside the pan house. Standing on top of the Victorian level, so we reckon that this is the Victorian house built sometime after 1820, sometime 1820 to 1860. Found a coin today, dated 1868. Tempting to think that might have been the construction date. Anyway, this is the floor level. We've taken out the compacted mortar that was the base for the quarry tile floor, but down below it we're starting to get, just down here, burnt deposits. Which, if our theories are correct, is the base of the chimney of the 17th century pan house. This wall here may well be the outer wall of the chimney, which would then rise up with the curved section on the outside and the sloping roof coming up leaning against the chimney itself. We'll find out tomorrow though, hopefully, when we start excavating down through this again. On the other side of the wall, this partition, Victorian, we think, we've got these fantastic bright coloured reds and yellows, pinks, burnt sandstone. So it's a sandstone floor or mass masonry wall that's been very heavily burnt. You see it just eats away at the surface of the stone, turns it to sand and turns it a bright red colour. And on the edge of it, where it's a little bit cooler, lots of sooty coal black deposits. And then we're into something here which doesn't look burnt at all, and that would be consistent with the pan sitting in the middle of the building, the flue system all coming in under that Victorian floor, later Victorian floor, and at the sides the walkway where you'd be able to get around the pan at the higher level in order to service it, to tend to the salt, pull it off, fill with the water, get the ox blood in and take the scum off the surface. So that's what we're hoping to do tomorrow, go down below the Victorian levels and hopefully get some more of this really cracking remains of what we think is the 17th century pan house. Got some good finds today. I don't know if anybody's got the find tray. Is there a find tray up there we can have a look at?
I'll move this up.
Right, we've got a wee tray of things here. Looks like a little pebble, but absolutely lovely little stone that came out of the base of the Victorian floor. More stuff. This is all from the base of the Victorian floor, so we think just predating that mid-19th century date. Bits of metal, great coin. There's a coin in there. Well, I'll just see if I can get it out. So I've got quickly, get some time. There we are. I think we had the date on it, 1868. I need to give it a wee clean up though to be able to see it properly. So coin. We've also got, we've had a bit of a connection here with glass in Port Seaton. There was a glassworks further along Port Seaton, just a quarter of a mile from here. We've got some fantastic, probably later, but nonetheless spectacular bits of glass. Beautiful blue glass there, several parts of the same piece we think. Some green glass, lots more bits of pot, bowls, bits of ironwork starting to come up. Crucially, some nice slag there that's come out, we think, of the burning of the coal. That's pretty common. There's something very similar in the walls at Cockenzie House, reused slag. We've got some sort of pulley wheel, very heavy, not quite sure what it's made out of. We'll get it back, clean it up tonight, and then a nice little amber coloured glass beads there as well. So, plan is tomorrow, last day of the dig, we're going to go down through the Victorian levels and hopefully get more of this here that we're seeing, the burnt deposits, which we think it's pretty likely is going to be the base of the furnace for the salt pan. So tomorrow, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning, through till 4 o'clock, we're going to be here. We're going to do more excavation in the morning, and then we'll start closing the site down later on in the afternoon. If you are around, come down, give us a hand. We can do with help, shifting muck, excavating, brushing things off, cleaning it, recording, whatever. We just want to get it finished tomorrow, get down, and then we'll landscape the site again, make it good, and we'll hopefully get down so we've got a turf surface at this lower level, so you'll be able to come into the pan and realise the size of it once we're finished. So that's end of tomorrow. We'll probably be landscaping over the next couple of weeks if anybody's interested in helping with that as well. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.